All right, fellas. I feel like this show has to start only one way. I hope everyone can hear me properly. Let's get the chat going. And let's just watch. I don't want to call it greatness. Let's just watch one of the more interesting minute and a half of basketball you'll ever see.
Especially when you got a couple of Hall of Famers you're trying to knock out. Russell, Murray there. Reeves will put up a three. Go!
Bro, that was tough.
Shot. It's a 1-point LA lead, and Reeves has come up big here late in the game. 19 points now. 9 in this quarter. It's Jokic and Davis. The bump, the grind, the spin, the lean, the feed. It's out to Caldwell Pope. He'll try a 14-footer. No! Jokic, yes!
Heavyweight fight. 25-19 for the Joker.
It's Reeves again. LeBron makes a move down the lane into three. Good!
That was a foul, bro! It was a foul! Blow the fucking whistle!
By LeBron. 28. Lakers by 1. Murray now. The bump into Reeves. Up top, it'll be Jokic with the screen. And the shot clock is at 8. Reeves will defend Murray. The screen by Jokic. Now Davis defends. 2-point shot. No! Rebound.
The rebound, LeBron.
Doubled inside. Spins out of traffic. Out to Murray. 3. Good!
No way, keep going.
I know, I'm going to keep going, bro. Relax. All right, let me just get you in here, and then we'll watch the final minute. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm heartbroken. LeBron
Yeah,
James, his 21st season comes to an end.
All right, let's watch the final minute here.
We take it for granted, you know. Sometimes.
We do. We take it way too much for granted. A little something on my mic.
Better get that off, fella.
All right.
Like, that's not a good shot, Austin. Don't take that shot. See what happens.
We're covering the scoreboard, but I don't even care.
Down by 2.
The Lakers are down by 2 here? No, it's a tie. I'm pretty sure it's a tie game, no? Oh, no. That was a big stop. Yeah.
The Denver Nuggets. Lakers ball. No timeouts for LA. 2 for the Nuggets.
So in this situation, the Lakers are, what, down 2?
Yep.
Tray of the evening. Now, do the Lakers go for a quick 2-for-1 here?
And this is when LeBron gets fouled.
Down 2.
Denver no fouls to give. Lakers have 1. LeBron with the ball. And Porter comes
Got the
out
switch.
Yeah, that's cookies.
Dancing, trying to tie.
That's an and 1. That's a flagrant foul, if you ask me, bro.
Every single time LeBron gets that,
Throw him out the game for that. Look at this. Look at this hack. No true basketball here. They're just hacking him.
There's the contact on the backside there.
Yep.
Porter Jr.
6'8", 250. You just can't guard that, so you got to hack every time.
From the free throw line. Needs 2 to tie it here.
75% in these playoffs, 75% from the free throw line regular season. Torian Prince will check in for Russell.
Something to watch too. You've got to be able to block out here. The Nuggets are big on the line with Jokic, Porter Jr., and Gordon. You can't give up an offensive rebound here.
See, I ain't never seen LeBron hit 2 cold-blooded clutch free throws like that, bro. That was beautiful to watch.
To call a timeout.
This was not beautiful to watch.
His free throw percentage has always been weird, like throughout his career.
Difference of 2 seconds, the game clock and the shot clock.
Worst case scenario, we're going to overtime.
Jokic a screen, Murray to try to break the tie.
Man.
No timeout by the Lakers. They got to go.
James, a bump, a feed, a Prince shot. No! Zero's on the clock. The Nuggets.
After he made that shot, I don't like how LeBron got the ball right away. Like,
no timeouts.
run around, try to get open for a second. You
I
have
know.
5 seconds to inbound the ball.
He was kind of like trying to get a running start, but Jokic, big body ass, was literally just right there standing. You can't get by that. So LeBron kind of had to adjust and give it up. The second LeBron gave up the ball, the game was over. It's a sad way to end it, bro, because what did I say yesterday, Nathan? I said the Lakers have been the best team during this series, and I still believe that. And they just got gentlemen swept. Like, is that me being delusional and having zero logic for the game of basketball, or is that literally one of the biggest flukes in the history of life? Like, Denver winning that series 4-1. The series should be investigated. That's the first question I asked. So
I don't know about investigating.
ask yourself what kind of reffing was going on. Now, I'm not going to blame it on the refs, but it's just a little suspicious, man. Denver trailed at half every single game. How is that possible?
Well, the best teams in the NBA win whenever it matters most, and that's why Denver got the edge here. I still don't believe that's a good enough excuse for the Lakers. The Lakers should have won this series. You and I both agree on that. But I mean, we move on to the next round. It's just another offseason for the Lakers, I guess.
Let's go. We got love from Germany in the chat. We appreciate you for tuning in. This is a beautiful thing. Wow. Germany,
Germany,
bro.
Bro, what's
That's
the time
crazy.
in Germany right now? That's crazy.
I don't know, but whatever it is, I'd love to be in Germany right now. That'd be tough. I don't know what even is in Germany, like mountains and shit, and like maybe tell me more in the chat. I'd love to hear.
They got good chocolate. Yeah, good chocolate in Germany.
Is that what they known for? Chocolate?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. I saw this good headline, actually. This very interesting headline. It said that the Lakers would be more than interested in drafting Bronny and letting him develop in the NBA.
Yeah, that's because the Lakers are trying to do everything in their power to keep LeBron in LA. Sorry, buddy. It ain't happening.
Yeah, no, I feel like it is happening. Because LeBron's a family man at the end of the day. And where else would he want to go in his career? Because his career's always been in that narrative of, oh, yeah, he's never stayed one place and really let himself grow.
I want you to ask yourself, watching LeBron in LA, does that satisfy you? Does that make you feel like LeBron has the best chance to win a championship?
When he has better pieces around him, because at the end of the day,
they don't build the pieces.
The Lakers failed LeBron James. LeBron James never failed the Lakers.
I think it's a little bit of both. But
no, never a bit of both. LeBron James won a championship for the Lakers after Kobe died. He has done everything for that franchise that he possibly could.
Yeah, but if you ask LeBron James how he did in his Laker career, LeBron would be like, yeah, I won a championship, but there were a couple of years where I feel like we could have done a lot more than what we did. He's not satisfied, and he can't win there the way that he's ever won in any other place. And that's strictly, maybe it's because of the front office, what you're bringing up. Maybe they did screw LeBron James, but I think it has to do with both sides. It ain't just the Lakers front office.
I think it's 80% Lakers, 20% LeBron. Like, bro, think about what the Lakers would have been this year without LeBron James. They wouldn't even they wouldn't even been even close to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he's 39 years old, playing 43 minutes last night, bro.
I don't want to see a 39 and next year 40-year-old LeBron James having to carry a team like that. We obviously know AD was a big role. Austin Reeves stepped up last night, but LeBron got to go somewhere else. He got to give himself a better chance because that LA Laker team, they have no chance. You give them all the hope in the world, and they're still cooked. They're still cooked. I can't believe They lost that game with 3 minutes left. Austin Reeves, he hit that cold-blooded 3. And I'm like, oh my God, the Lakers are actually going to send this one to 6.
No.
And then Denver did what Denver did.
I never for a second thought I was going to go to 6 until like I was like comfortable. Unless like the lead was like by 4 with like 30 seconds remaining, I'd be like, okay. But at the end of the day, it's like there's one man from Denver that torched the Lakers, and the reason why the Lakers lost the series, that's Jamal Murray.
Yep.
And you know who could solve the Jamal Murray problems? Bronny's defense. If you put Bronny James on Jamal Murray, I can see that being clamps. I don't know about you, Jack.
No, yeah, totally.
I think you go out, you get Trae Young as your
That's
one.
the analysis. I love it, Nathan. I've taught you things, or maybe
Look.
you've taught me things. The fact that your brain just went to Bronny playing defense on Jamal Murray and being the guy to stop the X factor for the reason why Denver won this series, that's fascinating. You're smart.
Check out this starting 5. Trae Young, Bronny James, LeBron James. I'll do Rui and Anthony Davis.
So you sending Austin Reeves to the bench for Bronny?
Yeah.
Bro, Bronny could be a perfect 6-man for any NBA team right now. That's why like Golden State has the luxury. They don't even have a first-round pick, but
And you know what's the beauty of it? Like, there's nothing wrong with that either. Like being a 6-man in the NBA. Like, start off as that. Completely fine.
there is absolutely nothing wrong. Some of the all-time greats have been 6-mans, and that's all you need to hear. You just need to hear Andre Iguodala won a Finals MVP as a 6-man. Like that's he might have started in that series actually, but I don't think he did. I feel like he came off the bench low key, or maybe he did start and he had to guard LeBron the whole series. Ball knowledge lacking big time right
You're
now.
lacking.
We got more chats. Jason Tatum is the next GOAT for sure. Go Celtics. Last night, obviously, the Celtics played, and let's just bring this clip up, bro. I'm tired of you and waiting to bring this clip up. By the way, shout out SoBet. Use code Jackpot.
Jackpot. Oh man.
Can you see? Yeah, we're good. Ready?
Play it. Yeah.
All right, Ernie, thank you for that. It's Boston ball here, and we got a foul.
Yo!
As Derek White hits the deck, Jason Tatum falls down trying to pick up a foul there. I think he may have rolled his ankle as he was going down.
Well, he shot the ball after the foul was called. Horford's upset. He thinks there's extracurricular activity. But look, Tatum decided to shoot the ball, and Bam Adebayo decided to contest the shot all after the foul was called. There's the foul call. It's already over.
Play's already over, and then Bam Adebayo tries to hurt Jason Tatum. Pushes him down with his right hand, too. Watch it. Watch the whole thing. Play is already over. Adebayo tries to push Tatum, does push Tatum, steps on his ankle, and tries to hurt him. Bam Adebayo is evil.
Landed on Adebayo's foot.
Yep, he's dirty. He's dirty.
So we got a comment right here. They try to injure our players to have a chance, but they never. Okay, so you bring up a great point. This idea that heading into this series against Miami, our goal was not to beat Miami. It was to survive Miami. It was to get through the series healthy. And we're at game 4 now. It feels like Miami has thrown all these little jabs at us. And now Kristaps might be out. Now Tatum rolls his ankle. Tatum has back soreness from game 1. I'm tired of it. I cannot wait to end this team's season, send them to Cancun, let them take a flight to Miami just to waste their time, beat them by 47 points in Boston in game 5. You're done, Miami. You're evil. You're a fraudulent, evil organization that is not trying to actually win. You're trying to destroy legacies. You destroyed LeBron James's legacy, even though you really don't. You didn't think you did. You didn't try to, but in reality, you did. And look at what you're doing right now. In a series against the greatest starting five in the history of life, you're not even trying to win on your home court. You are simply just trying to injure our star players. The act that I saw out of Bam Adebayo last night, Bam and Tatum are friends. That's what surprised me the most. When Bam Adebayo does something like that after a whistle is blown, after a play is called, you're going to do that, Bam? Okay. You're done.
I don't think it was 100% on purpose.
Wholeheartedly on purpose. If there was no other thought than I'm going to try and injure Jason Tatum on this play in the terms of Bam Adebayo's brain.
I think it was dirty, but I think it was dirty because it was subconsciously dirty. Like I think it was just an instinct for Bam to do that, but I don't think he went out of his mind and said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and hurt Tatum. I think he just naturally, because I think Bam's just naturally a dirty player, and whenever you're naturally a dirty player, you do things that just naturally, you know.
Nathan, I need to show you this play again because after watching it a second time, I'm now realizing how more dirty it is. This is the dirtiest play, arguably all playoffs.
No, it's not worse than Embiid's play when he tried grabbing Hartenstein's leg.
That's fair.
Foot.
That was pretty crazy. All right, let's watch this one.
That was insane.
Just watch the replay when the play is already dead. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna try and pause it and show you guys what Bam actually does here.
Put the thing in like 0.25 speed. Yep.
0.25. Oh, my glorious king. All right, ready? So play's already dead. The whistle has been blown right here, right? And Bam sees Tatum's going to shoot it after the shot. So he tries to block him, but he swipes down. Watch his hands. Watch both of his arms extend as he tries to push Tatum to the ground.
No,
Watch his right hand. Watch his right hand. Watch it. He's pushing him. Now, this is not as good of an angle. You got to see this angle. Watch this angle. You're going to see when the play is dead. The play is dead right there. It's done. Play is over. So Tatum's now going to try and take a shot. And what does Bam do? He lunges. He lunges towards our superstar, swipes down, pushes with both hands to the ground, and steps on his ankle. It's a disgrace to the game that we're witnessing something as demoralizing as of a play like this.
Oh, yeah, that's a baddie. I see a baddie in the stands.
All right, that's enough.
Okay, look. That's a bit of an over-exaggeration. I hate to say it. Well, he did it. Push two hands extended. Come on. I've seen worse, but that's definitely a foul. Regardless, what he did is step in Jason Tatum's landing zone like that. You can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what else?
After the play. What else? Derek White dropped 31, 36 actually.
7-0 run here from Miami. Horford kicks it to the corner. There's Holiday. Big three by Drew Holiday. Pushes that lead. 14 foul. Hesitation by Hero. He lost the handle. Crashes into the front row. And Boston wants to move it here. 5-on-4. White to Tatum. Tatum now drives. Exclamation point. Jason Tatum. All kind of mean on that one. Boston back up 20. Look out below, coach. Ooh.
What you get, Caleb Martin. That's what you get. What you get, Caleb Martin. You don't you ever try and hurt Jason Tatum like that. That's what you get. All series. It's been a build up to that moment right there. Reminding me of Tatum dunking on LeBron in Game 7. Drew Holiday went for like not Drew Holiday. Derek White went for 38 points last night, bro.
You definitely can't say Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday has been averaging like 5 points this series. I've been peeping.
Taking a back seat. He hits his corner threes when he hits his corner threes. But before we get into our show today, quickly want to give a shout out to SoBet. This show is presented by SoBet, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen right here. We're gonna go check out what we got on the SoBet feed today. Make sure if you want to sign up for SoBet, you use code Jackpot, obviously, to get on here and get all these picks, predictions. I'm not the only one on here. And why would you ever sign up if I was the person on here? Let's be honest. We're trying to get the greatest sports handicappers in the world giving us the picks. And it ain't NBA always. It's a lot of MLB, as a matter of fact, around this time of year. You see, obviously, shout out. We got what they do on SoBet after you have a winning or losing day. You always, post whatever you went, just to post the receipts. It's all about honesty here, transparency, and creating jackpots. Nathan, did Phillies did Blake's bets hit yesterday?
It did not actually. I went 1 for 2. The Phillies lost by 2. It was pretty unfortunate.
Can't wait to have Blake on here to yap it up. But because Blake is now gonna get a spanking. He's gonna be told, Blake, you got to be better.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna MLB picks like that. You got to be better.
At least I used $5 of my bonus money on it, so I didn't lose actual bread. But
sure.
So I'm not as unsatisfied.
Totally understand. All right, so we got a couple of games tonight. Obviously, most of these first round series, it seems like we kind of understand what's gonna happen here.
It's time to show my greatness for a second. Hold on, if you don't mind.
Absolutely, go for it.
Wait for the replay.
Bro, it's not sharing. Here, hold on. There you go.
You know what's my favorite part about this clip? Look at the Mavs fans. Look how the Mavs fans were like, "Oh yeah, no way, this is going in." Hold on.
You got that shit in point too.
Look at the fans right here. They're like, oh.
Wow. Yep, that game happened 2 days ago, and it's irrelevant. That move is irrelevant right now in this moment, but
it's the reason why we're going to win by 6, actually. Momentum has changed. We won in their home stadium. Now we're going back home to LA. We're going to take the series 3-2, and then we're going to close out in game 6. Thank you.
They get 2 days off too, right? Because I want to say they don't play tonight.
We play Wednesday.
You play Wednesday. So the games tonight, we got Knicks Sixers. The Knicks are trying to close this thing out in game 5. Bro, do you think New York wins tonight? Because I'm going back and forth. This idea of New York being unbeatable at home is kind of a reality. Like, they have that home court presence. Of any other team, feels like Madison Square Garden is the home court advantage during the NBA playoffs.
Absolutely, bro.
But at the same time, I watched game 1 and game 2, and Philly was right there. Especially in game 2, I thought they should have won. And when Philly's backs are up against the wall and they're in a win or go home kind of situation here, I don't know what's the spread, because I'm starting to lean Philadelphia, as I've leaned them all series long and been wrong 3 times.
Every single game that every single game that has happened in this series, I've leaned Philly, and I've only been right once. And I'm going to continue to stick with Philly, actually, in this game. The way that New York has been able to string out their 2 wins at home is because of the home crowd. Like, even when the game was over, like, they got back in it because of the home crowd. So you just got to be able to overcome that. And the way you win this game is you crash the boards and you don't let Josh Hart get a bunch of boards. You don't let the Knicks capitalize on second chance opportunities. You see, I'm a Bulls guy, and I know Tom Thibodeau really well. I mean, not personally, obviously, but this New York team has Chicago Bulls written all over it. Like it literally reminds me exactly of the Chicago Bulls offense. And with Jalen Brunson at the helm of it all, I truly believe that the Knicks can go far, but it's like Joel Embiid is the one man that can stop them. And like you said, especially in the NBA playoffs, it's like if you have the best player on the court, you're most likely going to win. But at the end of the day, these NBA playoffs have been so unpredictable so far, and it's only going to get more and more unpredictable. So, yeah, give me Philly at least for Game 5 tonight. But we'll see. We'll see how it pans out.
The Knicks looks like they're 4-point favorites. They opened up as 5.5-point favorites, so the lines went down all the way to 4. I'm taking the Sixers, bro. I'm taking the Sixers +4. I'm taking the Sixers money line. I expect Embiid to have a big game, but I expect Maxey to play the way that he's been playing pretty much all. I mean, Maxey has kind of just been the guy that has had to step up. You don't really have a choice when your guy Joel Embiid is dealing with a whole lot right now, and Maxey just has to be the guy that goes off. And I'm sitting here thinking Philadelphia coming in New York, understanding they're down 3-1, you should probably be up 3-1, and
Or
you're going to send
minimum.
it. Like if I'm Philadelphia right now, and because last year when Boston was in a situation where we're down 3-0, it just becomes about strategy and taking it one game at a time and not trying to look too ahead, but understanding you can make that run. It's not impossible. We've seen it with LeBron. We were a Jason Tatum ankle away from actually making the 4-in-a-row comeback. So if I'm Philly, it's 3-1. You go to New York. This is Game 7. You treat this like Game 7, and you win in New York. Then you get to go back to Philadelphia. I'm almost saying, like, with these playoffs and how unpredictable they've been, I feel like it'd be more likely for Philadelphia to win tonight and for the New York team to let that crowd down the way Boston let down its crowd in Game 2. And then it goes back to Philadelphia, and I could see New York coming into Philly and getting that win. Like, a lot of these times, these home teams are just not pushing up against the gas pedal right away. So I'm looking at Philadelphia wins Game 5. It's a toss-up for Game 6, but if Philly has home court advantage Game 6 and they could win that, I see this thing going 7. Now, I said that about the Lakers-Nuggets series, and it was a buzzer beater away from actually happening. So
I hope it goes 7, man.
I do too, and I think Philly is just as good, if not better, than New York. Like, this is a competitive series. It should continue to get dragged out. I don't expect it to be a gentleman's sweep, and yet here we are, 3-1. Jalen Brunson off a big game.
I mean, if you watched Game 4, you could tell that Maxey was kind of holding back, and he was kind of trusting his teammates more than he was taking shots. This game, I expect the because I'm also very high on Tyrese Maxey. I love his game. I think he's one of my more favorite players coming out of this new generation, and I think he should be more vicious with the ball and more vicious with the way he attacks because he's one of the fastest, if not the fastest players in the NBA. When he drives, bro, no one can stop that man. He's so quick. He's so fast. He could sling the hell out of the rock too, and shoot it really well. And I think if Tyrese Maxey has a big game, there's no way that the Knicks win this game. So it's all about Maxey and Joel cooking. And I think they can easily win this Game 5, as we've seen. I mean, every game so far in this series has been close. So,
what is Maxey's over under? I'm looking that up right now.
Let's take a look.
25.5.
25.5.
I mean, the thing is, he's going to come in there tonight and he's just going to gunsling it. He's just going to be shooting that rock. Like, you talk about the hesitancy in Game 4. He's not going to be hesitant in Game 5. They have something to lose because if you lose the series. But at the same time, Philly's kind of playing with house money when you're down 3-1. Yeah, that's what I felt when Boston was down 3-0 last year. We were the favorite until we were down 3-0, and then it's like you're playing with house money. And so you kind of, there's not as much pressure to make these big shots. And so a lot of the times that helps a guy like Tyrese Maxey. We got a comment here. Do you think without Kristaps Porzingis, Celtics will go to the chip? You know, man, I had a moment last night when Kristaps goes down, and I just kind of had the realization that it could potentially be the very worst of worst, and that he could be out for the year. I just started crying. I broke down a little bit. It's because of how important Kristaps is to this squad, but more importantly, understanding we just got to be healthy. And to see a guy get hurt, whoever it is, Kristaps is very important to us, but anyone on that starting five is important to us. We need all those guys.
Can you tell me what happened to Kristaps? I didn't get to see it.
He was kind of banged up the entire game. You could see he started to hobble over the course of a couple of possessions. We weren't really sure what it was from. And then on a possession, an offensive possession, he got swung the ball. He took a dribble. He took a step, and then he passed it up, raised his hand. It was a non-contact, like torn Achilles kind of vibe. Torn Achilles was what people thought it was right away. Then they named it as soreness, tightness. Now they're getting an MRI. They're getting pictures today. But the consensus is that it's not bad, that it's going to be okay. He's just going to sit out a couple games, some tightness, and he's back. If Kristaps does not come back, I still believe the Celtics can win the championship.
Who's the five? You just
throw out Al Horford. You hold your breath.
Yeah, that's a big holding in the breath. I'm not gonna lie. You're definitely gonna
Nathan, what debate did we have yesterday? We had Jalen Brunson versus Derek White. Did we not? Was that brought up?
That's not a debate. That is a mocking at your tomfoolery. That's what that
Derek
is.
White
That is
went
not.
for
That is not
38 last night, and he actually did it a whole lot more efficiently than Jalen Brunson's 40 ball.
One is up 3-1 against the Philadelphia 76ers. One is against the Miami Heat without their two best players. There's a big difference here.
I can't win in life.
Because at the end of the day, that's his career high.
No, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is that these NBA players that are kind of in that mid-tier range, and when I say mid-tier, it's because we have legitimate Michael Jordan superstars that are very on hands right now. When you're in that 10 to 25 range, 10 to 45 range of NBA players, they're interchangeable. They are complete. Like Derek White went for 38 points in a playoff game last night. Nobody thought he could probably score over 25 points in a given game. That showed that any NBA player of Derek White's caliber can go out there and drop 40 on any given night.
But Jalen Brunson's caliber, okay, I agree. Good take. But Jalen Brunson's caliber is not Derek White level. He can do more.
Right, he's not on Derek White's level. You're right.
No, Derek White isn't on Jalen Bro, I'm done. Bro. You gotta realize
I know exactly what I'm saying right now. I'm taking Derek White over Jalen Brunson. That's personal preference, and you can say what you want.
Wow. That's personal preference. So, outside of personal preference, when it comes to Jalen Brunson versus Derek White, who's the better player?
Jalen Brunson versus Derek White?
Yeah.
Who's the better player?
Mm-hmm.
I think Brunson's definitely played better this year, but skill set, greatness, Derek White is capable, if not more capable, of doing things that Jalen Brunson isn't even capable of doing.
All after a shaved bald head.
Yeah, that's all it takes sometimes, bro. I'm getting there. Once I do that, bro, you're gonna see a different side. It's MJ. So. Do you think Drew Holiday is mid this year? I mean, me personally, no. I think he's fitting in. I think he's fitting in right into his role, and he's gonna come ready to play when it matters most. Like in an Eastern Conference Finals, Drew Holiday is an X factor. In an NBA Finals, Drew Holiday is an X factor.
Bro, so we officially have Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Do you have any any words of preview of, I don't know, before this series? Like, this is insane.
Well, Randy thinks that D White's better than Jalen Brunson too. I just want to point that out there. I'm not on my own island here.
Who said that?
Randy.
Honestly, on a 1v1, I'm taking D White. Jack, your influence is like
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. My influence is crazy, bro.
I don't like that at all.
Bro, there's probably a percentage of the population out there that genuinely thinks Jason Tatum is better than Michael Jordan.
Like, I think it was like 30% on your poll. Whenever it was like 30% Jason Tatum.
Any percentage, bro. That's it's just creating the influence of life right there.
No,
But yeah,
right,
let's talk Nuggets, Timberwolves. So you really think Anthony Edwards is going to do something that Jason Tatum has done?
Well, not that Jason Tatum has done. This is against a much better team.
No, they're both the defending champs. They both have the best player in the league, and they both have, you know, a expectation to go back.
Who has established more dominance, Giannis or Jokic?
Thank you. Giannis has won the same amount of MVPs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he has. Well, Jokic has his third this year. Jokic is literally secured this MVP. Right. So
it's very similar situations. We talked about this yesterday, but obviously Minnesota has the X factor. I think if you noticed anything from the Lakers versus Denver series, it's the idea that Jamal Murray was able to take over and hit the big shots. It wasn't Jokic. It wasn't LeBron. It wasn't AD. It was Jamal Murray.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine what Anthony Edwards could do. I mean, if you're Minnesota, you just have to play the way you've been playing. You are better. If you're Minnesota, you are a better team than the Los Angeles Lakers. All I've been saying, Lakers have been better than Denver. That's simple mathematics. Minnesota has a chance to win this series. Do I think they will? I don't know. It just feels like Denver finds a way to win all these games without even me knowing really why. But that's not to say that Minnesota doesn't have a chance. I think Minnesota can grab one in Denver. I think Minnesota could win one in Minnesota. It's a 7-game series.
Right.
These are your two favorite players.
No, it's a 7. I mean, I think Jokic has already started to establish himself as, one of the greatest of all time. And here is Anthony Edwards, who's just starting. So it's like, who's going to get this edge here? I don't know. And this is going to be an absolutely amazing series. And I'm not going to take it for granted at all.
Mm-hmm. I think the Pacers versus Bucks series tonight is not necessarily the most interesting, but there's a world where Milwaukee is in the same situation that Phoenix and the Lakers are in, and they gotta, go packing, but also take care of their superstar and figure out what's next for their superstar. I think there's a lot of questions heading into this offseason. So as these NBA playoffs heat up, the offseason's also going to heat up. And there are dudes that have just become available, one being LeBron James. You saw his press conference last night. He said, I don't want to answer that question. When somebody said, what's your future in LA? Like, what are you going to be on the team next year? I don't want to answer that question. That, to me, is the telltale sign that he's going to Golden State. Like, I don't think there's ever been a better time. I don't think there's been a time where I could feel more confident about a situation. It's happening.
He's going to think about it, and then he's going to return to the Lakers. Like, it's just the safe option. End your career in LA. 2 more seasons. Like, it's like, how many teams can you bounce around to? You went to the Heat.
It's 2 more seasons of this. I don't want to do that. If I'm LeBron, I do not want to do what I just did.
Because it won't be 2 more seasons of that. He's led GM. He's not just any other player. He's going to make sure that they have a plan for him to finish off his final 2 careers strong in LA. This isn't just any other player. He's going to be like, okay, why is Los Angeles going to be a better destination than if I go to Golden State, if I go back to Cleveland, if I go here or there or here or there? They're going to be like, okay, well, here's why. We can draft Bronny. We can add a superstar point guard like Trae Young. We can build something like we did in 2020. And then go for a championship in your final 2 years. Boom, you're right off to the sunset. You play with your son. And plus, I think everyone already knows this. LeBron loves LA. Who doesn't love LA? Like amazing weather all year round. Everyone's in LA. There's no way LeBron James is not a Laker next year. Like the way that I see it, at least. It's like he's going to be thinking about it. He's going to be exploring his options, but he's going to stay in LA.
What tells you that the Lakers are actually going to make that move for Trae Young?
Because they realize to a certain point that what they have right now is not enough. LeBron James is doing everything that he can. He dropped 30 points last night. 30 at 39 years old. And he scored the most. He's done the most. And it's like his players, his like D'Angelo Russell isn't doing enough. Rui isn't doing enough. And Austin Reeves ain't doing enough. So it's like, if you could trade all 3 of those players and maybe a pick for Trae Young and like Clint Capella or some shit, I don't know. Cook up a trade of some sort.
That Lakers team does not
manage. What?
That Lakers team. LeBron is not winning a championship in LA after what he was able to do in a bubble year. It's just not happening. What I've witnessed in the past 2 years, it's so obvious. There's just no world where he wins he has to go somewhere else. I am begging LeBron to go somewhere else. And I want it to be Golden State. It doesn't have to be Golden State. I'm tired of watching LeBron in LA. This whole LeBron in LA project just doesn't work. It's done. It really has never worked. You got lucky. Somehow we're saying COVID was luck, but for LeBron, it kind of was. He got a championship out of it. And every other year, they've been a non-threat.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, you get swept in the Western Conference Finals. You're not a threat. The Lakers are not a threat to Boston.
They've always been a threat. Bro, as long as they have LeBron James, they will always be a threat.
I'm going to twist this the other way. Denver just played the worst 5 games they could have possibly played, and they gentlemen swept them.
Let me tell you what. The Nuggets didn't do anything wrong. The Nuggets just met their match in a good basketball team. I guarantee you this. I'm gonna put it to you this way. If the Nuggets never existed and the NBA playoffs consisted of every single team, the Lakers, but just not the Nuggets. Let's just say the Nuggets never existed. I guarantee you that the Los Angeles Lakers would have made the finals this year. At least made it. Minimum made it. But the Nuggets is the one team that that's why they went to the Western Conference Finals last year until they met Jokic. They couldn't stop Jokic. This year, they know a little. They had better chemistry, so they took them to 5. They led most of the series. They led triple the amount of time that Denver did. They are the better team than Denver. Denver just, Mike Malone is too good at the end of the day. He just plays chess while Darvin Ham with this little brain tumor in his head plays checkers.
Darvin Ham is cooked. He's not going to be a coach.
He's not going to be the coach. They're going to bring in someone that LeBron's going to mess with. LeBron's going to take the reins of the Lakers franchise for the next 2 years. I hope you know that.
No. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. But clearly you think he's staying in LA. I think he's going to Golden State. Do we have any thoughts in the chat about where LeBron will end up? Please drop them and we'll show them on the screen. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you turn on the notifications and, show the love as always. And, go sign up for SoBet. Make sure you sign up for SoBet. We are Jackpot. Use code Jackpot. Yeah.
Why would you want to like not use such an amazing code, Jackpot? Like that's like creativity points right there too. You know, like
The
sprinkle on top.
morning jackpot, bro.
Jackpot, man.
I was thinking about that last night, bro, and I was just connecting the dots with the name, and I was like, damn, the morning jackpot. That's a really crazy name. All right. Do we have any other games tonight? So we got Knicks Sixers, we got Pacers Bucks.
I got Cavs tonight. Wait,
oh yeah, Cavs versus Magic. Let's see here.
Honestly, this series might go to 7.
Yeah, it probably will, bro, just because of how like inexperienced kind of both teams seem to be. Just seems like we're not getting the best version of the Cavs, and we don't know what version of Orlando we're getting. I assume Cleveland wins tonight, though. I'm going to check out the line here.
I think each team just wins their home game, and then because Cleveland doesn't look like they're good on the road. Oh yeah, they've been almost 500 on the road this year, so I don't like Cleveland on the road, man.
Cleveland's at home tonight.
Just like in general, like whenever they have because they lost both their games on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take Cleveland -4.5 tonight. They're definitely winning. And what else? I'm gonna share this screen. We'll check out some SoBet plays.
Pacers Bucks is crazy. Pacers Bucks. No Giannis. No Dame. It's unfortunate for the Bucks season to end this way, man.
It is a very unfortunate way. I mean, sometimes you just don't have it. Like Golden State this year, as much as I wanted to say they had a chance and they were going to make a run, as much as the Lakers were trying to make a run, sometimes the regular season actually means something, and it indicates it's not necessarily the telltale. You can prove yourself in the postseason, and the regular season can become irrelevant. But a lot of times, what do we say about practice? Practice makes perfect. You got to create those habits in the regular season to then use them in the postseason. So you can't, like, when I was watching the Celtics during the regular season, there's so many times I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not because I don't care if they win or lose in the regular season. I care about them doing the right thing and practicing like it's game 6 against the Miami Heat. That's what we want every situation to be like. Got a bunch of baseball, obviously. This show is all NBA for the most part, but we got a lot of baseball on SoBet. Last day of the month, let's end strong. Tyrese Maxey over 5.5 assists. OG Anunoby over 5.5 rebounds. Franz Wagner over 3.5 assists.
Franz Wagner. You see that name is German. I'm pretty sure. Shout out to the German guy in the chat. Franz Wagner. All right, my boy.
All right, bro. Well, it's been great to have you on the show today, like always. And
we'll catch up tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll link up tomorrow morning. I'm gonna stay on here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna catch up with my boy Blake, but I hope you have a great rest of your day. And
everybody, use code Jackpot for SoBet.
It's as simple as that. Nathan,
I said it, not him.
Nathan, any final words?
Clippers in 6. All right, peace.
You're done. Yeah, let's talk Clippers Mavericks. Actually, I want to get people's opinions on this series because it's 2-2. Kawhi's out, or he's back in. We don't really know. It seems like he's got a little bit of inflammation in his knee, whatever that may be. I'm saying Clippers in 7. I've been saying Clippers in 7. I could even say Clippers in 6, depending on who wins Game 5. Now, Game 5 doesn't take place tonight. It takes place tomorrow. Luka Doncic is the best player in the series. When you try and analyze the game of basketball, when you try and analyze these series, you have to look at who is the best player. That usually tells you everything you need to know. And in this series, It's Luka Doncic. But what happened in game 4? Kyrie played really well. James Harden played really well. Paul George hit a really big shot and played a really good first half. Luka Doncic did not play up to his caliber. Luka didn't have the game that he wanted to have. If Luka plays a little better, Dallas wins that game. It's up to Luka Doncic to win this series, and I expect him to. I expect Dallas to beat the Clippers. I expect the Clippers to mentally collapse once again. And it's a big letdown year for the Clippers. It's a big letdown year for Kawhi Leonard. They're cooked. They're absolutely cooked. We got Randy in the chat saying the Bucks won't win anything with Doc at coach. Yeah, man, that whole Doc Rivers thing during the middle of the year was very strange, and it made the Bucks' entire organization kind of rattled, put a lot of extra unneeded pressure on the team. And now they're cooked. Now they're down 3-1 in a hole. Is Giannis and Dame, are either of them playing tonight? Because if neither of them are playing, then the Pacers are winning this game tonight in 5. If not, then I expect Milwaukee to take care of business at home. Milwaukee, is Giannis and Dame playing? Let's see. Open. Orlando Magic. I'm trying to play the Orlando Magic just so I can hear that song, honestly. Like, just for the Celtics' sake of being able to beat the Orlando Magic 4 games in a row and then getting to cue to Orlando Magic, dude. Orlando Magic. Like, that would be electric. Cleveland would be fire too, because we could 4-0 sweep them as well. You know what's interesting about this Celtics playoff run? You got a team like Denver who just went up against the greatest basketball player of all time in LeBron James. Then he's got to play this new up-and-coming Michael Jordan in Anthony Edwards. Then you're going to have to play Luka Doncic. That's pretty tough. That's a pretty tough path. It feels like, it reminds me a lot of when Tatum had to play KD, Giannis, and then Jimmy Butler, and then Stephen Curry. So Jokic has to play LeBron. He's got to play Anthony Edwards, and he's got to play Luka Doncic, and then he's got to play Jason Tatum. Whereas the Celtics, no Jimmy Butler, Cleveland or Orlando. So you're basically getting 2 playoff series, not to take off. We're not taking these playoff series off. What we're doing is we are realizing we have some room for error, realizing we can suck a little bit. We don't have to be our perfect self. We don't have to be up to par just yet. And that's the luxury of being the number 1 seed this year. We won 64 games in the regular season to be able to play no Jimmy Butler Miami Heat, be able to play an inexperienced Orlando or Cleveland. For those first 2 series, we're going to be getting ready. By the time we get to New York has had to go through Philadelphia, Indiana, and they're going to be probably up to par in shape, but did they get beat up too much in the first 2 rounds? Boston's probably going to be healthy. They're going to be fresh legs. They're going to be motivated. They're going to be like, we want some goddamn competition. And the Boston Celtics are going to sweep the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I didn't know that New York had this in them. I didn't know that New York had the ability to beat Philly. As a matter of fact, I did. I texted my buddy Dylan right before the playoffs started. I said, Dylan, is New York going to beat Philadelphia? Dylan goes, I'm not trusting New York. I think Philly wins. I think Philly goes all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not Milwaukee. Dylan, you're done. You were wrong. New York's going to the Eastern Conference Finals because Milwaukee's going to lose. I don't think the Pacers have enough defense to beat the Knicks. So now we're going to get Boston versus New York in the Eastern Conference Final. You guys can basically chalk this down. Write this down. I don't know if you can bet this exact thing, but I'm basically outlining what's going to happen. So Boston's going to go to the East Finals. They're going to meet New York. On the other side of things, we got Dallas versus the Clippers in this first round matchup. It's 2-2 right now. I don't think the Clippers are going to win this series. I think Dallas wins the series. They're going to then get to play OKC. Then I believe Dallas would beat OKC. I believe that Dallas and Luka, the greatness of Luka Doncic will overcome what SGA has been doing. Dallas gets to the West Finals. They're going to play the Nuggets. They're going to play Denver. You're going to get Dallas, Denver, and Boston, New York. That's the Final Four. And then you're going to get Boston versus Denver. I just outlined it for y'all. Oh, how nice am I? Orlando Magic. Oh, Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Bro, that is going to be in my head all damn day. All damn day. Oh. Yeah, the Heat are cooked. Heat are cooked. Milwaukee's cooked. Is there odds for LeBron's next team? Odds for LeBron James next team. The odds. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're getting here. We're getting something. Bro, Golden State is not even on the odds list. Hammer it. The Clippers have better odds than this odds list is crap. It's crap. It's a boatload of crap. All right, let's just go check out some SoBet plays. See what the fellas are giving us. We got Marlins money line, Yankees, Orioles over 9. Sounds appealing. Use code Jackpot to sign up. Recap. Easy win. Back in the green. See, just winning days. That's all I see. Royals, Blue Jays, Nerfy, and the Orlando Magic. I was hoping Blake could come on today. We'll see if he pops in here. If not, then we'll wrap this puppy up. But I can't believe Jamal Murray hit another game winner last night. That's actually crazy, bro. We can't be having that happen again, bro. All right, let's talk about whether we think Anthony Edwards is better than Jason Tatum. Do we think that Anthony Edwards will have a more successful career than Jason Tatum? I'm sorry. There's no world where we can put Anthony Edwards in the same category as Jason Tatum right now. One of them is 26 years old. One of them is 22 years old. I believe I explained this a little bit yesterday, but this idea that Jason Tatum 2 years ago, he was in the first round of the playoffs. He was playing up against the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And in that playoff series, in that first round matchup, everyone was saying, oh no, Boston got a tough first round opponent. And then Jason Tatum came onto the scene as a 23-year-old and swept Kevin Durant. He took the torch from the Brooklyn Nets. He took the torch from Kevin Durant. At that point in time, at least my opinion, and maybe other people's opinion, was that Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum were kind of like this, interchangeable characters, very similar skill sets. And Tatum just played like the better player. It was the point where I was like, damn, Jason Tatum is better than Kevin Durant. He swept Kevin Durant. Then what did he do? In the next series, he had to play. Jason Tatum had to go up against the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks. He had to play up against Giannis, who was supposedly the best player in the league at the point, had just won 2 MVPs, right? Giannis was the best, clear-cut best player in the league. Milwaukee was supposed to win it all that year. Everyone was picking Milwaukee to go back-to-back. They were going to play Phoenix. It was going to be Milwaukee versus Phoenix all over again. And what happened? It was Celtics-Warriors. But why am I saying all this right now? Because when Jason Tatum was 23 years old, he swept Kevin Durant and nobody said shit. Then he played Milwaukee, who was the defending champs, and he dropped 46. He dropped literally 46 points in game 6 on the road, down 3-2, got it back to Boston, and beat the defending champs in game 7. Okay? So, Anthony Edwards, I have a message for you. If you want to be known as better than Jason Tatum, if you want to be the next face of the NBA, you have to beat Denver. Because that is what Jason Tatum did. He beat the defending champs. They were in his way. He wasn't supposed to beat them. Jason Tatum was not supposed to own Giannis Antetokounmpo. And yet, here we are in a very similar situation. Anthony Edwards has just swept Kevin Durant. And the entire media, all anyone is talking about is Anthony Edwards is the next Michael Jordan. Anthony Edwards he's damn near a reincarnation of Michael Jordan. Okay, fine. Kobe Bryant. We're also seeing one of him right now, and his name is Jason Tatum. So imagine that. We're getting the 2024 version of a prime Michael Jordan and a prime Kobe Bryant playing basketball at the same time in the same league. In their primes, right? We got the Kobe Jordan matchup, I believe, when Kobe was very young. Jordan was at the end of his career. But to actually get to witness the full career of Kobe and the full career of Jordan at the same time, pretty much, like Ant's 22, Tatum's 26. Who would you rather have for the next 10 years? Jason Tatum. But if you want to say Anthony Edwards, and everyone's allowed to, have their own opinion. If you prefer Edwards, fine. You're wrong, but fine. He has to beat Denver, and then the take is valid. And if he doesn't beat Denver, then he did not do what Jason Tatum did. He did not. He fell short. He is not that guy, and Jason Tatum is in a category of his own. No ifs, ands, or buts, fellas. But anyways, that's going to do it for the morning jackpot. I hope you enjoyed my, 4 to 5 minute rant session there that we threw in. Shout out Jason Tatum. Shout out the Boston Celtics for getting it done in game 4. Shout out the Denver Nuggets for moving on and handling business against a team that literally played better than you in 5 straight games. That is mental toughness. That is greatness. That's going to do it for the morning jackpot. Make sure you use code jackpot to sign up for SoBet. We are here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. We might be in here for a couple hours in a given day. We might be in here for 45 minutes. It just depends on the vibes, fellas. But that's going to do it. The morning jackpot. We will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern.